Woo! Hey everybody, this is John O'Neill, aka the Onealien from the Onealien Show. Just wanted to, I just wanted to say thank you. I wanted to give all the gratitude to the birthday wishes. It was a phenomenal birthday. I actually woke up on my birthday morning with a scratched cornea. So, it allowed me to think. It allowed me to ask the question, how could I start a new chapter? How could I flip over into such a wonderful and a beautiful 52-year-old time of my life? And what did it mean? You know, what is the external symbolism? A lot of times when things are happening in my life, I try to look at it from a message, right? And so natural things happen that allow me to reflect spiritually, internally. And after just kind of contemplating, how am I starting my birthday morning with a scratched cornea, going to urgent care and having them give me some eye drops, and it's more swollen yesterday and things like that. Like, my goodness, what is this? How this is supposed to start? And just, man, the answer came to me. The answer came to me, and it just said vision. It said vision. It said sometimes you may have blurred vision, and all that is doing is reminding you that your natural eyes are not what you're supposed to see from. Don't go by what it looks like, right? And in the natural, you don't want to go by what you see. Sometimes your vision is beyond what your natural eye can see. And so this is my year. This is my year of trust. Blurred vision, impaired vision allowed me to come to the conclusion and come to the epiphany. You come to the great thought of trust. This is going to be a year for me of trusting the people around me, and trusting myself, most importantly, trusting the process, trusting the universe, trusting the things, not seeing with my eyes, but trusting the things that are going on around me. So there may be something in your life that you need to trust. Hey, there may be something that you need to open up the gate, open up your arms to receive the help, maybe, or the direction, whatever it is. We've got to trust. We've got to learn to trust. And in this new chapter, chapter number 52, I've learned, and I'm going to learn, control is not the goal. Trusting and flowing, releasing, relaxing, allowing. Oh my goodness, it's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to do. I've fought my whole life to achieve things, and to break doors down, and to leap over walls, and to move mountains. But this is a time when trust. This is the year of trust. Goodness gracious, it's going to be epic. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you for coming along with the ride, and thank you for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it from my heart to yours. I bow down before you with gratitude. You're a part of my journey, no matter what. And so thank you. This is Onealien, enjoying Lake Michigan. Enjoying Lake Michigan. I'm here. We're in Michigan, and just enjoyed a day at the beach. So it's been wonderful. It's been a great time of just reflection and turning the new page and starting a new chapter. 52, and I feel great. I look great too. Don't lie. See you soon. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes. It must be Wednesday, and we are here on the Onealien Show. Welcome back. I am your host, John O'Neill, and it has been a spectacular couple of weeks. I've been on the road to and there, all over, everywhere. Hopefully you've been keeping tabs on me. Hopefully you've been following me on all the travels, because it's all over social media. Go to the Onealien Show on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, anywhere. We're all over the place. Go to the website on starworldwide.com, and you can catch up with everything that the Onealien is doing in every place that the Onealien Show is visiting. We want to thank you. We want to give you all the thanks and the gratitude, because, as you know, I do it for you. As you know, you are important to me. And all of the interactions, the messages, all of the likes, all of the follows, all of the shit, everything that you're doing all around the world of the Onealien Show, man, we couldn't do it without you. And so I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart to yours. Always, always, always. What else is going on? Well, I have this gem right here. It's a little tiny thing called, Sidewalk Square Counting. And that is exactly what it's called. And it's a new publication by yours truly, John O'Neill. A quick short read, some poems that I have written and gathered through my journey leading up until now. And so I invite you to pick a copy. Get a copy of your own. It's on Amazon. You could Google it. Sidewalk Square Counting. Or you can just type in John O'Neill, the spectacular author, and hopefully I'll come up. Maybe a couple other ones, but John O'Neill will be one of them. And Sidewalk Square Counting is a copy waiting for you to get on Amazon. Go by and check it out. Leave me some feedback. Let me know. Maybe one of the poems resonates with you personally, and hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully you can find a gold nugget, because what I am is one of my missions and one of my purposes, one of my visions is to always be running around with a bag of nuggets and just extending my helping hand and hopefully providing something positive into your life, because positive vibes only, is one of our mantras. Yes, indeed. So where have I been? I've been to several places. Don't worry about that. Okay. If you go online, you can find out, but I am back. I'm here in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. And let me tell you something. Sunny is an understatement, right? Hot, heat. The heat has been turned up, and so we are in the desert walking through the oven as we do every summer, but it's okay because we love the beautiful things around us. And one of the beautiful things that I have to introduce to you today, to show you again, to visit with us, our sponsor, one of our sponsors, the Retail Therapy AZ was here a couple weeks ago. They brought their new design director. Don't remember his exact title, but I know he's a phenomenal guy with a great story, and his name was Derek. So tune into that one. And this week, I wanted to focus in on our other sponsor that has helped out the show and has just been a partner of the show, supporting us as we support them and everything that they're doing over at Whole Harmony Healing. And you can see them at wholeharmonyhealing.com. So without further ado, I'm jumping right in as we hit our content today. And I want to reintroduce you to, because she is back. She's back. Welcome back to the studio and the Onealien Show, Jalea from Whole Harmony Healing. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Where's my theme music?
Where is your theme music? Oh my goodness. Where is your theme music? We got to get that queued up for you. So welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm amazing.
All right. And what's going on? What is going on at Whole Harmony Healing?
Well, let's see. Whole Harmony Healing is up to a couple different things. One of the things that we are specializing in right now is corporate wellness. And so we're reaching out to the corporate facilities, and we're offering corporate wellness, team building, and retreats.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So really excited about that.
Excellent. Excellent. Anything else? What else is going on?
We have also launched our first Whole Harmony retreat, which will be in Costa Rica in March of 2024.
Are you serious? Costa Rica? What?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. And how can people find out about that amazing retreat in Costa Rica?
So go to my website, www.wholeharmonyhealing.com, or follow me on social media, Whole Harmony Healing on all platforms. Except for Twitter. I haven't gotten into the Twitter yet.
Yeah, the Twitter. You know what? I don't stress it. Twitter's a whole different. Yeah, don't worry about it too much. But that's great. So we could get you all over TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Whole Harmony Healing.
Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming by. So Jalea is just going to help me kind of chop through a few things that are on my mind today. And I needed some clarity. Perhaps I needed some verbal healing or maybe just some guidance. And hopefully she could help me work my way through it, just like she helps other people work their way through it. But the clip that you just saw when the show opened up was me on one of my travels, and it was my birthday. Yes, indeed. I turned 52 on July 15th, the big 5-2, 5 plus 2 is 7. So it's a great numbers all around, 52. And it's strange. It's strange. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. It's kind of strange. When we were young, we thought of 50-year-old people as like the decrepit old man on the corner with the cane. That was 50. I mean, 50 was like, what? That was, 2 steps from the grave. But guess what, baby? I'm 50. I'm 52 as a matter of fact. And I'm far from the grave. I'm far from the corner, and I'm far from a cane. You don't even call me old because, I don't even like that either. But I am 52, Jalea, so you can say happy birthday. Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you.
Another birthday song. Thank you so much. On the clip you saw me, it was amazing. I woke up on my birthday morning and I had this I don't even know which eye it is because I'm on camera, but I had actually scratched my cornea. I had scratched through my contacts or something, somehow, some way, Jalea, I had scratched my cornea. And so my whole eye was red. It was swollen.
it was jacked up. I couldn't see, you know, and my vision was blurred. I had impaired vision. I couldn't see with my natural eye right. And so as I sat there in the morning, I was like, what is going on? How in the world could I start this new chapter? How can I start my 52 years with a jacked up eye, with my face looking all swollen and sideways? And it was rough. It was a rough start. It was a rough start. I don't know if you've had any rough starts to things that you have going on, but man, for me, it was emotional. And I had to really actually, I had to look and try to seek. A lot of times when things are happening to me in the natural realm, I try to see if there's anything in the spiritual realm that I could dig out of it, or that it's trying to show me. Have you ever done that before?
Absolutely. Sounds like exactly what I do.
Thank you. I'm glad that someone else is going through some of these things, right? So in the natural, you know, it was my vision was blurred. That was kind of the message. My natural eye, I was not able to see naturally, and so I really just wanted to seek what that meant for me. You know, why was I starting this new chapter, this great, wonderful year, 52 years on this planet. And how in the world was I starting it in this condition, you know? And so I had to go inside and I wanted to reflect and find out. And what came to me is just really some things that you might be going through, some things that you might have gone through as well, Jalea. And we sometimes in our lives we do have blurred vision. Sometimes our vision can be impaired. And one of the reasons that I came up with was our emotions. You know, as we're going through life, a lot of times our emotions can get in the way of our vision. Our emotions can impede or impair our vision. Would you agree with that?
Emotions impeding our growth.
Our growth. Oh my goodness.
I would agree with that. I would also say that for me, trust. So trust has a big factor when I think about vision.
Yes.
Because just me being a Cancer.
Okay. Fellow Cancerian. Shout out to all the Cancerians.
I like to control. And so when things are out of my control, then I can't see.
Oh, wow.
And so I can't see. You can't see with your physical eye, but you also can't see with your third eye, your spiritual eye.
You are all in my notes, and I don't know why. Because I wrote that, emotions, you're right. And I'm getting to that trust word in a minute, but you jumped the gun because you were intuitive, you were in tune. You're 3 pages into my notes, and I gotta back up because you're reading too fast. You're right. My vision was blurred. And so emotions is one of the things that came to me. Circumstances, you know, sometimes life just has circumstances, throws you for a loop. You know, could you relate to that affecting your vision?
Absolutely. Right? Because we think that we can control circumstances, people, places, and things, and we can't. We are only in control of our own selves.
Back to control. Oh my goodness, I could tell. Okay. Yes, circumstances blurs your vision. Sometimes you have circumstances in your life that cause you to get off track. It causes you to lose sight of where you want to go and what you want to do. And then the other one that jumped into my spirit was choices. A lot of times we simply make choices that may not be in alignment with our purpose and our vision. How about that one? Was I on point or not?
You were definitely on point about the choices. Absolutely. And I think that choices plays a huge factor into trusting ourselves. So we oftentimes can make a decision. We have a choice to make, and depending on that decision, we have consequences. And if those consequences are less than desirable, then we go back and we say that we made the wrong choice. And so then we begin to trust ourselves less.
Wow.
Because of that.
Okay.
But not knowing everything is in alignment. The places that we're going, what's meant for us is never going to pass us.
Right.
So even if we go left and we go far away from where we would like to be,
okay,
please know that Spirit, the Creator, is going to detour you right back.
Wow.
Eventually. You'll get back. Eventually you'll get back.
Sometimes you got to wander a little bit, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. Thank you for that. Choices, emotions. That's what blurred vision, right? Blurred vision, not able to see with your natural eye, emotions in the way, circumstances coming, life coming at you, unexpected things sometimes. Even though we plan it, there's still unexpected things, right? Storms, seasons. Yes.
All of the above.
All of the above. And then the choices that we make during those, right?
Absolutely.
I agree with you. I agree. And I can definitely relate to choices that I've made in my life that got me off track, or that got me in a place that I didn't anticipate being in, a space that I may not have anticipated being in. And I heard you say at the end though, trusting, allowing. We're in my notes. You see, I'm saying words that I'm not supposed to say yet. Trust. You're right. It's trust. She hit it on the nail. She hit it. That is the word. When I was talking about my vision that was impaired, when I was talking about starting a new chapter and not being able to see with my natural eye, the word came to me, right? Trust. I had to count it real quick. 5 letters came to me, and it's called trust. It said, John, trust. This is your time. This is your season. This is your chapter. You must learn to trust. And that is not easy. Would you agree?
It isn't. It's not. Trusting is not easy.
Oh my gosh. Trust is required though. It's required, right? In trusting. And so I said, trust. Okay. Trust what? Trust what? My gosh. What do you want me to trust? Trusting the process. Resisting my own strength and timing. Wow. I got to trust the process. Would you agree with that one?
Would I agree? Absolutely. Coming from someone who stopped nursing, who retired from nursing for over 20 years to take a leap of faith and to become an entrepreneur and follow my purpose of holistic healing. Trusting the process.
Wow.
I could not see the next steps, but I was told to jump.
And trust the process.
That's
where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to trust the process. I've got to trust. Trusting the change. Sometimes not knowing the end result, like you just said. Sometimes you're not shown the next step. You're just told to trust the change. And change isn't easy for most of us.
It's not. One of the things that I really like is that I'm really big on manifesting.
Okay.
And so I'm really big on writing down what I desire to see, do, be, or have happen in my life.
Okay.
And I tell people that when you manifest, it may not show up the way that you thought it was.
Right.
But you have to have that discernment to recognize it and see it.
Okay.
When it appears. And that's trusting. That's trusting that it's going to come.
Okay.
It may not be in the same package that you thought.
Sure.
It may not come in the same job, the same person, the same city, the same opportunity. But what you ask for will come to you, but you have to trust the process.
Wow. Trust. Yeah. Trusting the help came to me. The people that we have in our life are there for a reason. And it said, John, you have to trust those people that are around you.
Absolutely. Because the Creator will send people along your journey when you think that you've gotten far off the path.
Yes.
The Creator will send people to let you know, keep going. You're in the right place. You're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. So we have to trust the guidance that's coming from different people.
Oh my goodness. That's what I was told. That's hard.
It is.
It is hard. Trusting the direction was told to me. There is something wonderful awaiting just over the next horizon. Trust the direction, even if you don't see where you're going. OMG.
Good.
Oh, it's not easy. It may be good, but it's not easy. Trusting, releasing is what I said in my video. It was a time for me to trust. It was a time for me to release the reins, the control you're talking about. It was a time for me to relax. Sometimes we get uptight and we get so rigid on what we want to control, what we want around us, how we want it to look. Like you said, it may not look like you think it's going to look like, because really we can only imagine what we know. Oh, golly, I didn't even write that down. You inspired it right now. We can only imagine what we know. But guess what? There's things out there that are beyond
our comprehension.
Our comprehension. Goodness gracious. Whole harmony healing is helping me. Allowing, you said it a minute ago, allowing, just allowing it to happen, flowing with those things as you trust it. That's hard.
It's very hard.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Trusting. So in this time, in this season, these are the messages that came to me on my birthday. Happy birthday, John. Just close your eye and don't see with your natural. What? They knew that the only way to close my eye was to scratch my cornea, for goodness sakes. And learn to trust. Learn to trust. How many of you out there have things that you need to trust? How many of you out there are not trusting the process? You're trying to control the process. How many out there are afraid to trust the change? You know there's something that you need to change, but you're afraid to make that change. You're afraid to make that, Jalea just said, a faith, leap of faith, stepping out, right? Professionally, personally, in all aspects of your life. How many people are having a hard time trusting those that have been put around you to help you along your journey? You have to trust them. They're there for a purpose, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Trusting, releasing, relaxing, allowing, John, is all the messages that were coming. It was coming so fast as my eye was swollen and red and hurting, and the sunlight was hurt. You know, the lights in here, even right now, I can still trusting, relaxing, healing. Oh my goodness. It's not easy for all of us to trust, for many of us to trust. A lot of us have built things around us. A lot of us have, we have conditioned ourselves to do things that may be contrary to really trusting.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. For me, it goes back to when I talk to my clients about healing and we think about trust. Trust is really developed in the first 7 years of our life. And if we want to go deeper, it's developed in the womb. So it's, our moms and what were they going through? What were their situation like? Because all that energy is being passed to us. And so as we're growing up and we think about our stability, the first couple years of our life, are we stable? Or are we from house to house? Do we have a 2-parent home? Is the home toxic? Is it a good environment? Did you grow up with, your grandparents or your siblings or, whatever circumstances that, one goes through early in life really shapes how they progress through their journey.
Wow.
Until they come back to revisit it and try to heal those aspects. So trust. As a baby, we have to learn to trust everything around us.
Yes, absolutely. Trust. For me, it's not easy. Because again, things that I've conditioned myself to be, things that things that have brought me to the next step in certain places in my life may be contrary to trust. As we just said, controlling is a hard word. Controlling is something that I think all of us grasp at times in order to feel safe. We feel like we want to, if we don't control it, we're not safe. And that's really not true. Because in the end of the day, what can we really control?
And that's what I'm saying. That's why it goes right back to that childhood.
Wow.
Because as a child, you can't control. You are nothing is in your control. What time you eat, what you're eating, where you're going, all those things are out of your control. And so, yes, as we grow and progress along our journey, we try to find things that we think we can control. But it's just a false construct, really. Wow.
So another reason why it's not easy for people like me is because we develop into fighters. We feel like we're always fighting. We feel like even I compare it to like the current in a river, right? We think that we got to go upstream, and so we're just fighting against that current, and we feel like that if we're not fighting, then we're not winning. And that's not necessarily always true. Sometimes you have to go with the current, go with the flow. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I don't know if I agree with the current. I don't naturally feel like I'm in a state of fighting.
Well, yeah, some of us are.
I get it. But yes, definitely the going with the flow.
Absolutely. Awesome. A lot of us have a hard time trusting because we feel like we have to, we just do it ourselves. We feel like, and again, it goes back to that aspect of control, but we feel like it's hard for us to trust the people around us or the help because we just want to do it ourselves. We don't want anyone else to do it because it has to be done a certain way, and it won't be done in a certain way unless we do it ourselves. And that is not trusting. That is not trusting.
And sometimes I think for women, and I can speak for myself, it's not really about, wanting to do it ourselves, but we've just grown up that way. I was in a single parent household with my mom, and so I saw her do a lot of things on her own.
Wow.
And so then I just took over the reins. And, even when I was married, I found myself doing a lot of things independently.
Okay.
Without having that help. And so not necessarily that I didn't trust, I didn't know how to ask. Yeah. So
ask.
yeah.
Learning
so
how
asking.
to ask. Learning how to ask. So trust is something that we're moving into, something that hit me hard. It was something that this is my season, and I'm gonna talk to you guys more about it. We're gonna open up the trust, and I'm gonna be open and honest with you on my journey as a controlling person in general, as a grinder, as a person who has identified previously to a person who breaks down walls, who kicks open doors, who moves mountains, who does all those, goes the extra yard, who just does all of those things. It's not that the effort doesn't have to be there, but if there's a level of trust, then you're going to move in such, you're going to move with the goal that that I have and we talk about, and that's peace and harmony. How could you have peace and harmony without trust?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the key for me is trusting yourself first. So before I can pour out my trust into anyone else, I have to trust me first, the inner me, that voice inside.
And how do you do that?
Oh man, it's a journey.
Okay.
It's a process.
Okay.
It really is a process, but it is about, for me, it's about becoming still and listening to the body, listening to what your body is saying to you.
Okay.
Because it's giving us clues, it's giving us aches and pains, and it's giving us energy.
Okay.
And tapping in, what are you saying to me? What is that feeling? Why am I feeling that way?
Wow. Okay.
And then trusting it.
Okay.
If you're going, just for an example, you may be going somewhere and you get a feeling, maybe I shouldn't go.
Trusting
that inner voice.
Yes.
And that guidance to not go.
To not go.
Absolutely.
Trust what your voice is saying.
What your voice is saying and what your body is telling you.
Right.
Yes.
And sometimes we hear that voice and we don't listen, and we know later that we sure as heck should have.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking of times, absolutely.
Right.
Yes. We all have stories, don't you? We all have stories. We had that intuition. We had that nudge. We had that voice that said, no, not yet, or don't go, or you should go, or bring this with you, or all those types of things. In 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 times, for goodness sakes, for me, when you don't heed that, not only is it agonizing because it comes back to your conscience that it said it, but it shows you what happened because you didn't listen.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So starting with yourself, that's what I hear you saying.
Absolutely. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. With you.
Huh?
It all starts with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here. Whole Harmony. Jalea's here with Whole Harmony Healing, and she's trying to help me sort through trust, right, on this new journey. She's giving me pointers and nuggets as I'm giving you the pointers and the nuggets. We're built differently. All of us are built differently, but there's a common thread, and we need to trust in different ways. And what I just heard, what I just received was all of those things that we could trust around us, the process and the change, all of it starts with myself. That's what the message. John, trust yourself in this 50-second cycle of your life. Trust yourself that you're making the right decisions. Trust yourself that the people around you are there to help you. Trust yourself that you're going to hear the voice that says right or left or straight. Trust yourself, even when it says be still. And I'm a person who does not like to be still. But if that voice says be still, I need to trust myself.
Absolutely.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John O'Neal, and I'm here to trust myself. Who wants to trust themselves? You got to look me up. Look Whole Harmony Healing up. Look Jalea up at wholeharmonyhealing.com. She will show you how to trust yourself. because she's already been there. You trust yourself?
I trust myself. And even when I don't, I still say I trust myself.
She's a human like me, baby. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Tell us anything else. What else don't even tell me. Look right there and tell us something, because you got a lot to give.
Oh, man. Okay. So just to wrap it up, talking about trust, really listen to that inner voice tapping in. And that really starts by knowing your body, taking time to sit with yourself, be with yourself, and to learn the way your body speaks and communicates to you. Once you have that, then you'll be able to hear the tiny wisdom that comes and says, go right or go left or be still. And then you can hone in. Once you trust yourself, man, I think that the path will unfold for you. And that's really it.
Hey, she made it real simple. She made it simple. So what's your problem? What's my problem? We got to trust ourselves. And that's really all there is to it. That voice is there. We all hear it. If you don't hear your voice, man, then you need to get a hold of Whole Harmony Healing for sure. And the Onealien Show. We'll hit you up with the right and the left. You got to get some help. We got a voice, so we need to open our ears to hear it, because only then will we begin the journey of trusting ourselves. Jalea, thank you so much for coming by. You have really helped me to hit the nail on the head.
Gratitude, John.
Anytime. You heard her. She said it. Next week, she'll be back. No, this is John O'Neal, and I'm on the Onealien Show. We wanted to come in and talk to you. I wanted to share with you my latest journey, the thing that I'm working on. Hey, it's a work in progress, all of us, right? Work in progress. And so on my 52nd year, this is my year to start trusting, and it starts with trusting myself. So, hey, tune in, and I'm going to share all the steps of the journey. We'll be here next week. Until then, wholeharmonyhealing.com. Check her out all over the place. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yes, absolutely. And definitely on the World Wide Web, wholeharmonyhealing.com. Check it out. She's got a beautiful retreat coming up in, Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, March of 2024.
March of 2024. It's right around the corner. Okay, so get tapped in now. Go down to Costa Rica and become a new person. Whatever it's going to be, I bet you come out better than when you went. I guarantee it. Otherwise, you can come on the show and talk about it. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep on trusting. And you can trust me for 7 more days, because I'll be back then. I'm John O'Neal on the Onealien Show, and we're out.